popped the ultimate, as he does have teleport, so theoretically he could be going for that, but now he gets the bad news, and Hoya is already over that wall. Carrier gets into the backline, but immediately gets chunked out, and now Delight's going for it. There's the shockwave, doesn't really do too much, but the Drake is secured by Umti, and the fight is being won here by Fred Prion. Kamiushi tries to be the hero.
Positioning is fundamental to how a teamfight is going to develop in terms of movement and timing. In order to better understand teamfight position, we need to visualize what's going on. Let's take a look at this position and movement from T1 in this teamfight. Initially, they have what in my opinion is a very strong and versatile position. On the most basic and low resolution level, it can be broken down into these parts. A 3-man center core with 2 wings on the side. This structure allows for very fluid movement. Here's a very basic strategy that can be utilized from here. It's vital that our center is relevant to the fight, otherwise our wings are vulnerable to being collapsed upon. An opponent objective can help with that. Having control and damage in our center works to keep our opponent's focus away from our wing position. We want the fight to start in front of our center, whether it's us engaging or the opponent. As the fight breaks out, the center can absorb the first abilities thrown by our opponent as our wings start to wrap around, ideally creating a small timing window for our wings to enter the fight more easily. With that, we can expect our opponent to start reacting to our wings and shift focus and resources on them, at which point our primary damage dealer can enter the fight as well, thus putting ourselves one step ahead in terms of timing throughout the fight. This position also allows for follow-up from multiple angles, making our opponent's job more difficult and lowering the impact of abilities such as the Orianna Shockwave and the Rakan and Gnar ultimates. Now what happened here was very different. Space in front was given and Lilia and the Gnar were allowed to enter the pit. The engage comes in late and goes inside the Dragon Pit towards one of T1's wing positions. This means the other wing position now has to collapse in that direction, clumping with the primary damage dealer. Not only that, but because of the direction of the engage, T1's follow-up is exposed to the Rakan and the Orianna on the other side. Syndra and Kai'Sa can't fully commit in the direction of the engage, so they can't fight effectively. Fred Brion are able to buy enough time and zone the damage dealers from T1, winning out the fight inside of the pit and eventually the entire team fight itself, despite the shockwave being less than ideal. The timing and direction of engage are vital to the movement of the fight. From this position, we want to make sure our wings are relevant, so we need to establish the center of the fight in a position which allows them to easily follow up. Letting Lilia and Gnar walk in the pit is a mistake, and the engage should have happened there. But we can still salvage this fight. Nautilus ultimate can target the backline, setting up the follow-up from the Renekton who has flash. On the other side, Syndra can also start to move in safely since this is an Inferno map with more open space. Meanwhile, the Kai'Sa has to kite the Gnar, who might try to target her and wait for her timing to ult into the backline. Between Renekton on one side and Syndra on the other, Fred Brion's backline should be in a tough spot. If the Nautilus and Nidalee can buy enough time in the center, this fight looks very good for T1. Of course, I'm not claiming a certain position or movement will win a teamfight by itself. Things like game state and player mechanics will always play a role. However, understanding position, movement and timing is what can set up players to utilize their skills effectively. This is why I make these videos the way I make them. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, consider subscribing. If you have questions or grievances, please share them in the comments so I can respond. But most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day.